Battle of Florida between the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers, and unfortunately, the Tampa Bay Lightning did win this 5-3, without a little bit of some BS and a fight, and I mean a bunch of fights between those two teams. I will say that this was a pretty awesome game to watch. Florida Panthers had a lot of momentum in the second period and in the third period mostly. The problem is they ran into a red-hot Vasilevsky. He's finally found his rhythm that he normally has, Vasilevsky. And it sucks for us. More importantly, it probably is going to suck for the rest of the league. So, yeah, so that's what I just said. Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Andreas Vasilevsky. And we're going to start off with a Florida face-off win, and only 20 seconds into it, just a really bad play that caused like a turnover. Eric Karnak passes to Stamkos, and of course he buries it. It makes it 1-0 Tampa Bay Lightning immediately, and I mean immediately. So that's Karnak's 9th assist of the season. Wrist shot is Steven Stamkos. That's his 26th goal of the season. So off to a rough start already. Then Tampa Bay is putting on some pressure on Florida. They really are. They really are putting some pressure on Florida. Bobrovsky trying everything they can. Then there was a penalty on Matthew Dumba for a roughing against Stedland, and Florida goes on a power play, and surprise, that was killed off. However, in this power play, there was quite some chances. Verhaeghe hits the post, which that was just unfortunate. Kachuk twice in a row with the wrist. Actually, not twice in a row. Kachuk with the wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. Verhaeghe tries again, and that was just saved by Vasilevsky. Montour gets blocked by his own freaking teammates. And then there was a shorthanded chance with Motin with the backhand that was saved by Bobrovsky. And then Calvin DeHaan with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. And then there was one shot for Bennett, but he misses to the right, and then the penalty would be killed off. Great. So by this point, there will be some little bit of push right there and there. Now in 13-21, there was another goal. This is a sixth. Wow, thanks. Nick Perpix with his 19th assist of the season, and Nicholas Paul with his 19th assist as well. Off the wrist shot, it's Michael Esamont. Great. That's his 10th goal of the season, and Florida's down 2-0 against Tampa Bay. Great. So, then Kucherov gets a high stick, and it was a double minor against Sam Reinhart. The second one was served by Michael Esamont. But then Reinhart gets called for a trip on Kucherov. What? Whoa. Hold on a minute. How could he trip if he's the one that got smacked in the face with a high stick by Kucherov? Unbelievable. Oh, I was told to do the research. Even though I saw it with my own freaking eyes. There was no trip. Absolutely no trip. Maybe there was a little bit of a... I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that call. Florida does get a power play off of this, and surprise, that gets killed off. Vasilevsky is stopping all pucks. When the power play is over, there'll be another penalty on Tampa Bay. Perpix would put the puck, would just pass the puck over the glass all to himself, and that caused a delay of game, which was kind of unfortunate for Tampa Bay to have that happen. But nonetheless, that penalty is also killed off. That is not good. We only got one shot on goal throughout the entire power play. That was with Tarasenko with a snapshot that was saved by Vasilevsky. But Monty also did get one too. Okay, now I remember. So 2 shots. So my bad. So yeah, it became 2-0 Tampa Bay after the first period. Second period. 3 minutes in, another goal. Steven Stamkos gets his 32nd assist, and Anthony Duclair. And he could sign any other team, but chose Tampa. Could have came back to Florida. Well, he did come back to Florida, but not the Panthers. He went to the freaking Lightning. That's bad. He gets an assist for his 13 assists. Off the wrist shot is Darren Radish with his 5th goal of the season, just his 5th. And he make him look like an all-star. Just unbelievable. And then this horse shit happened. So there was actually a goal on Mahura. There was a goal for Mahura off the wrist shot, but here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. Kulikov gets called for a match penalty. So even though you don't know what a match penalty is, it's basically an automatic ejection. And they're saying Kulikov intentionally hits Connor Sheary in the head with his shoulder. First of all, motherfucker is 5'9". He is 5'9". There's no way where Kulikov could avoid something like that. Even if there was a shoulder like this, how could that be intentional? He was trying to maybe box them out or something like that. But I don't get this call. And if somebody else were to do that, let's say okay. All right. Let's say if let's give an example. Bergeron, for example. He does that to Kucherov, right? You know what's going to happen if he does the same thing to Kucherov? And this is just an example. They would give him a 5-minute major. They would have given him a 5-minute major at least. No. How about a better example? What if? Okay, this is for Tampa Bay Lightning fans. What if there was a situation? Let's bring in Radish, for example. What if Darren Radish did the same thing Kulikov did, but he does that someone like Austin Matthews? The same thing. And that was called a match penalty, even though he was trying to get out of the way. Or how about if I want to say O'Reilly, right? Or Matthew Nice. What if Matthew Nice did the same thing to Duclair, to say the least, and he gets a 2-minute minor or 4-minute double minor or even a 5-minute major? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? I don't think so. I have to do the research, apparently. Anyway, this bullshit penalty, Kulikov gets a match penalty for some bullshit. So that left with Kulikov gone. And that penalty will be served by Lomberg. And that takes away the goal. It should have been 3-1, but it ends up staying 3-0. Oh, and also not to mention, after that scenario, there was a fight broke loose after this disallowed goal. Michael Eyssimont also gets a penalty. It's a 2-minute minor, mind you. It's a roughing call against Kulikov, but yet Kulikov gets a match penalty. Get the fuck out of here. It's so bullshit. But Tampa gets a 5-minute major with a match penalty. So initially this was a 4-on-4. And then the 4-on-4 was killed off. Eyssimont comes out of the box. Then it became a 5-minute major because there was 3 minutes. There'll be 2 minutes and 58 seconds left around this time. And then another stinking penalty was called on Florida. Ekman Larson with the hook on Kucherov. And that will be a 5-on-3 advantage. And no surprise, Stamkos scores this goal on the slap shot on a 5-on-3. Kucherov assists that's his 74th assist. And Victor Hedman with his 55th assist. Stamkos gets his 27th. And now, when it should have been down 3-1, we're down 4-0. Incredible. Then eventually the penalty would be killed off. Bennett with the wrist shot that hit the post. And then with 18:23 into the second period, we do have a goal. It's Matthew Tkachuk with the snap shot, and it's a beauty shot there, and I didn't expect it to go in. I don't know. Mahura gets his 7th assist of the season. Tkachuk gets his 22nd. And they're calling him a rat. They're calling him a rat after, bumping Braden Point. So it became. So now it's 4-1 Florida. I'm like, okay, cool, right? Probably still not gonna win, but there's always that opportunity for Florida to do the cardiac cats. What if because they come back from 4-0 before. They've done that twice in 2019-2020 season. They've done that twice with 2021-2022 season. That was with New Jersey and Toronto. And the other time it was Boston and Anaheim. But wait, I gotta do the research. And then there was a penalty on Luke Glendening, if I can pronounce that right. He gets called for hooking on Kachuk. That's a 2-minute minor. Florida goes on a power play, and what do you know? They scored, and guess freaking who? You guessed it. It's Sam Reinhart with his 47th goal of the season off the wrist shot, assisted by Matthew Kachuk. That's his 54th. And the primary assist is Sam Bennett. That's his 17th assist of the season. Reinhart, of course, another power play goal for him. Absolutely. Now Florida, this is 7:30 real time at this time. Now Florida finds a rhythm. Now they're finally trying to get something in. But one problem, it's Andrei Vasilevskiy. Now he went God mode. He just went absolute God mode. And I'll say this. I'll say this with Vasilevskiy. He is a really, really good goaltender. Really is. So I give him props for handling the pressure of the Florida Panthers. I'm not denying that. I am not denying it. It just sucks. That just sucks. We kind of ran it. But another penalty on Tampa. That's Eric Karnak with the tripping goal against Lundell. And then Matthew Dumba with the slashing on Brandon Montour. As penalty was already pressured on Vasilevskiy enough already with the backhands, wrist shot, snapshot, and all of them were saved by Vasilevskiy. We have a 5-on-3 advantage. Did we get it? Absolutely not, because Vasilevskiy is God mode. All right. So, like the long story short, we did not get the 5-on-3, and we did not get the power play goal. Moving on to the third period. That's it. All right. All right. Third period rolls along. Florida with the momentum, trying to get this. Vasilevskiy is just absolutely frustrating to try to get past. And every time we get close, Vasilevskiy shifts right and then shifts left. Because in the game of hockey, when you win 2 Stanley Cups and been to 3, is it 3? Yeah, it was 3. You have that Stanley Cup experience. Now, granted, most of our guys finally have a Stanley Cup experience as well, and now Bobrovsky. And of course, you're not gonna have every good game. I mean, last time I played Vasilevskiy, we dominated the crap out of him. This time, he figured out the Florida Panthers, and dominated us. Now there was a roughing call on Anthony Duclair against Nico Mikola. 2-minute minor, and of course that penalty is killed off. Then Bennett gets called for a hold against Brandon Hagel. Tampa Bay goes on the power play, and that was a really clean penalty kill for Florida. They didn't even have a shot on goal in this entire penalty, did they? No. But Florida goes on shorthanded chances. However, Brayden Point would try to get. Brayden Point, though, for Tampa Bay, it's a game blocked by Mikola. So, anyway, Sam Bennett with the wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevskiy, and I think that was the point where the penalty was killed off. So we had one and has other chances to get a shorthanded chance. Forsling gets called for hold on Kucherov, and of course, anytime Kucherov gets the benefit of the call, they would take it. So that penalty is killed off, and another clean penalty kill for Florida. Nothing happened with Tampa. It was just clear. And then, 16:08, Sam Reinhart would just try to shoot one from the far, their right, I think our left, and he scored. There was a deflection off their own player. I forgot who it was, but it took a fortunate bounce for us. And that puck went to the back of the net. Vasilevskiy was too late to react to it. And even if he was on time of it, I think the puck was already deflected to the back of the net. So it became a 4-3. So I'm on my feet. I need this goal to tie it up. And then Vasilevsky continues to be dominant too. And then by this point, there will be an empty net. Tampa would go down the ice, gets blocked by Matthew Tkachuk, which is a nice shot. Nice block by Tkachuk trying to block Kucherov. And eventually Kucherov would get this on the backhand. That's his 40th goal of the season. He was assisted by Stamkos, that's his 33rd, and Brandon Hagel with his 39th assist. Backhands would be an empty netter. That would be a game 7 match. Now there was closing hand on puck penalty on Verhaeghe, which is when you hold the puck too long instead of dropping it down the ice. You're gonna get called for a penalty. Bennett was called for something like that earlier this season. But oh wait, I'm gonna do research on that. And then there was a clash. There was a clash between Lomberg, Mikkola, and Dumba. He gets called for kneeling on Assemont. Wow. So he goes to the box for the rest of the game, and fight broke loose. Dumba and Mikkola gets called for misconduct, so they're done for the game. Well, the game is over anyway, so what's the point? So they go to locker room, and that's it. Yeah. Talk about Battle of Florida. Now, I will say this. This was a good game. They had everything that we wanted as hockey fans. But goddamn, it was frustrating to lose. To be fair. I will say this. To be fair, we kind of did that to them. So I guess that was their retribution. But either way, we still win the regular season, so there's that. Anyway. Tampa wins this one 5-3. Now for the shots, oh my God. If all the amount of shots that did not go in, I would have told you flat out we deserve to win this game with the offensive stats. I'm not kidding you when I'm about to tell you this, folks. Listen, ready? Tampa, 16 shots. Florida, 50. I mean, 5-0. I'm not kidding you. You got to do this. You got to look this up. Like, quick research. Oh, wait. I have to do the research. 50 to 16 shots. 27 hits for Florida. Tampa's 15 hits. They do have more face-off wins. Power plays even out. The power play goal even out. We do get a shorthanded goal, and yeah, there was a shorthanded opportunity as far as turns out. There was but Tampa had more blocks. We had more takeaways. So that was the bottom line there. The Matthew Tkachuk shot was that shorthanded, as I totally slipped off my mind for a moment. But yes, that's pretty. Either way, we still lose this game 5-3. And their next game, as I'm about to tap right here, their next game is all the way to Thursday, which is in 4 days from today. So that they do get a little bit of a 5-day break, and I think it was needed. The schedule was congested, although it sucks that we have lost 2 straight. We haven't lost 2 straight. Since January? As far as I remember, every loss that Florida has, they always seem to bounce back. And I kind of witnessed it with Philadelphia. And then they took the frustrations out on Calgary, and then we saw the 3-0 comeback. We didn't see a 4-0 comeback here, and then the game against the Hurricanes was just awful. And here you go. But I got to do the research, so, Anyway, Panthers going on a little break. They play again on Thursday against the Nashville Predators on ESPN Plus Hockey Night. So go on ESPN Plus for that. And then a huge game. No matter how you say it, we got a huge game. And that's going to be on ABC against the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden at 8 o'clock this time. So, and then they go to Philadelphia. It's a back-to-back. Wow. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. It's unfortunate that we lost this one to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Vasilevsky with 47 saves. Oh, shoot. Before I go, the stars of the game. Steven Stamkos with 1 star, with 2 goals and 2 assists. 2 stars, of course, they gave it to Andrei Vasilevsky for 47 saves. For 3 stars, they gave it to Matthew Tkachuk, which that was deserved fully. Although they could have given it to one of the Tampa Bay players, maybe like Kucherov or Karnak. I thought he played pretty good. But either way, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG has it back. And when he does, happy birthday with the fears you deserve. This is Miami TVG signing off, folks. Good night, everybody.